Taco shows the good, the bad, and the ugly. The highlights and, unfortunately, the lowlights that stood out this past week in the vast sea we call humanity.
All right, thanks for rocking on the job with Lynch and Taco in 101.1 WJRR, Orlando's rock station. Okay, it's that time of the week where we sift through the dregs that came to our attention over the course of the last 7 days.
Could we do it now, or when you do the dregs of society, that the bad ones that we kind of speed through it?
Well, it's an awfully thick stack this week.
So get to speed.
Okay, all right, and then stand by for Captain Sunshine over here.
Some good news going into your weekend.
I have at the top of my stack this Osceola County woman who drowned her daughter in the bathtub this week.
And when they were walking,
drowned her 14-year-old daughter.
When they were walking her down the hallway at jail, no remorse on her face.
Kelsey Glover.
Did she say now or yet why? Nothing, right?
Yeah. How about the disgruntled vocational school student in China? Because he was disgruntled, 8 people needed to be stabbed to death outside the school.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even hear about that one.
That's because you don't listen when I do In the Loop, which this was In the Loop Monday morning.
Oh no, I remember it now for Monday. Maybe it's just I block all the bad stuff out because this world can
also
be bad.
Talked about this one earlier in the week. The 51-year-old lunatic in New York who went on the stabbing spree in 3 different locations, killing 3 different people.
I remember
should not have even been on the streets. He has an arrest record in 3 different states, had been released on his own recognizance in New York City with, don't even get us started on that. 3 people dead because of that.
Yeah. 3 people's families have to know. Ugh.
2 people killed, 10 others injured. New Orleans parade last weekend. Nobody saw nothing.
Yeah, I remember that one from In the Loop because I listen.
Former Orange County Sheriff's Office sergeant accused of shooting and killing his wife has now been formally indicted by a grand jury on charges of first-degree murder and tampering with evidence. 2-count indictment comes down more than a month after Anthony Shea's wife, and who was also Ellie Shea, was also a sheriff's deputy. Mm-hmm. Was located by deputies, shot at home in East Orange County. The husband Anthony has now been indicted in grand jury for that murder. Husband and wife who attacked the school resource deputy in Volusia County at Deltona Middle School on Tuesday morning.
That's a big dude, too.
Yeah, George Rivera and Dagmarie Inturio arrived at the school to protest their son's battery charge for shoving a girl. On Monday, they didn't like the outcome of the meeting, so therefore rage must have taken over.
There goes her school job. Goodbye.
We got a 51-year-old or 56-year-old Florida man arrested. This guy out of the Bradenton area. He scammed a 74-year-old woman in Texas out of more than $250 or $250,000, and it's thought to be much, much more than that. Posing as Elon Musk, one of these online scams, vulnerable older woman.
Again, we've said it. You do not mess with women, children, or the elderly. Off limits. Don't.
And then or animals. As is the case in this last one I have. We go down to Sebring.
Oh, no.
Darlene Hutchinson, she's 66, and her 36-year-old son, Arthur, who lived with her, 54 counts of animal cruelty. Deputies say they were told the mother and son had been living in the home for 6 years, and it started out with 2 dogs and 1 cat. Ended up having to rescue 46 dogs and 8 cats. This in Highlands County. You know the movie on this one. Home covered in feces, infested with roaches and rats, and these are 2 of the most scary-looking individuals I've ever seen in my life. Let me.
We've seen some bad ones. Let me see. Oh my God! Look at her, Darlene. That looks like. Wait, was Darlene the creepy one from Ozarks, or who was that? Who was that? No, not her. Who was the meth mom? It was.
Yes.
Oh my God, she looks identical to her. The one that had the poppy farm.
Yeah.
What was the little...
Darlene Snell.
Yeah, Darlene Snell. And then there was Ruthie. If you've never seen that.
Ham sandwich. All right.
That was an inside joke. Are you ready to go to the Good News Network?
Do you want me... I had 2 items here. Would you like me to gift them to you? It is the season. Enough. It is the season of giving, because what inevitably happens here is I come in 100% prepared at all times for this show. Bob wings it. We know that. Yeah. And a lot of times when he pops open the Good News Network,
it's open now. It just got it.
He'll say that I've ruined something for him that he's just reading the headline of because I jump in and mention it before. So with that, here's these.
No, I don't want to read them.
Okay. Maybe I could just jump in and go, I had that.
Go ahead. Ready.
Well, I'll have to wait to see if you have it or not.
No, I'm saying you go ahead and do. Okay, we sound like a married couple.
World War II vet in Rhode Island just got his high school diploma. 98-year-old Anthony Simeon was born on the 4th of July in 1926. He dropped out of school at 16 to support his family during the Great Depression, then enlisted in the Army and fought in the Battle of the Bulge. He eventually got his GED but never got an actual diploma, so his family made it happen last week. They got his high school to hold a graduation ceremony for him on Veterans Day.
That's beautiful. I had a Battle of the Bulge last weekend when I took 2 of them bony pills.
17-year-old in California named Sophia Park just became the youngest.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to step on your toes.
Sophia, I didn't know her last name, just broke her brother's record for the youngest to pass the California bar. Yeah. How old, Pat? You said it.
17.
Yeah. Give it up for Sophia.
She started law school when she was 13.
I know, it makes all of us just cower.
Whizzed through it in a few years.
She graduated, and at the graduation they played, "She's only 17. 17. Oh, they're looking for... Oh, I know, that was a weird song to equate, but she's a lawyer. She could solve it.
You want to sing some Benny Mardones, too?
So listen, there's a hunt for the Subway hero. Did you hear about this hero?
No, but I'm sure we're about to.
Yes. He gave a blind man his shoes.
I thought you were going to say his sight.
This blind person, no, you could do that soon with the harvesting of ovaries and eyes.
Miracle worker.
They don't put ovaries where your eyes are. That would be weird. Anyway, they're hunting for this Subway hero who gave a blind man his shoes after the blind dude's shoes fell off. This guy said, "Oh, you lost your shoes? They fell off somewhere?" And he said, "How do you find them, Pat? If I'm blind, look, and I'm walking along."
Sure.
And then,
very similar sound effects to the blind marathon runner.
Shoes are gone. Pat, where are my shoes? Where are my shoes? Meanwhile, a bum probably just stole them and ran off. This guy was on the subway after that, shoeless, and somebody said, "Oh, sir, here are my shoes." I don't know if it went anything like that, but it's a cool story. So good job, hero.
How do you just lose your shoes if they're on your feet?
Because maybe somebody gave him a flat tire and then it fell off, or he hit it with his cane. And this is good news for all you salmon lovers. Salmon have already returned far upriver to spawn in historic habitat after nation's largest dam removal. Okay, whatever.
Which historic habitat would that be, headline-only reader?
It's up there where the salmon spawn, Pat. Oh, we're going to skip this next one. That was lame, but let's get some menhead going. New low-carbon concrete outperforms Those who have listened to the show for a while know the cement and concrete dilemmas that we have. New low-carbon concrete outperforms today's highway material while cutting costs. In Minnesota.
Does the ratings company break out the concrete contingent listing audience demo? Because we've got to own that.
Oh, God.
We have got to own that.
We're even cutting into the asphalt listeners. Where is this one? This guy's playing video games. I don't care. United pilot orders 30 pizzas to feed passengers after an emergency landing for medical care. That's really cool. He walked around. He's handing out pie. A pilot. He's a pilot. And then an 8-year-old had a heart transplant, and she was craving pickles. I don't know why. I don't make these stories up. The Good News Network does.
Has he been skipping the pounds?
Pow! This 8-year-old had a heart transplant, craved pickles, so the hospital chef taught her how to make them. Now she's wearing a little chef hat making pickles. Pow, pow! Pow! Pickle girl. Son surprises dad. Oh. Son surprises dad with dream car he gave up for diaper money 41 years ago. This dad wanted to get probably like a Pinto or a Mustang, I'm sorry, and he couldn't. He had to buy diapers. They didn't have formula 41 years ago. You just went off the bibber. But anyway, son now bought him that car. Pow!
Dark ages.
I mean, no, they didn't have formula 41 years ago.
Yeah, they did.
They did?
Yeah.
They had milkman back then. Anyway, I can't end on that. Oh, look at this little boy meets the stranger who saved him by donating her liver. They wanted mine, but for some reason it didn't match. Pow! All right. It didn't match anything.
I have one last piece of good news.
Give it to me.
And you take us out with
this. This is over?
Well, that's okay, A and B. That yes, it's over, and B, Lynch and Taco's commercial-free workday rock block coming up at 8 o'clock.
Pow!
Lynch and Taco.